and I think some of the tools from BLG can really catch them off guard. I think of the invisibility from Aurora, the ability for On to even choose when and where he wants to find fights could be important here for BLG.
Pretty tough. JackeyLove, though, assume he's going to have the biscuits. He's going to pop the potion and try and stay because they fast pushed the wave, and frankly, he has to. We'll say Elk did miss out on the melee creep from all that.
Ooh, is he going to have to stay here? They don't know where Beitron is, right? Like, he could be on the bottom side of the map and open up for 3.
Stun layers. Hong gonna have to flash away from Elk.
No.
He takes a turret shot too early and gives JackeyLove the lane back. First blood over to the TES AD carry.
That's my goat right there. Thank you, JackeyLove and Hong. It was all an elaborate bait. Now he gets to bounce back on this wave. He gets all of this experience.
Already looking to impact the map. He's going to catch Bin and On too far forward. Layers the stun into the knockup beautifully. Bin immediately has to flash, but JackeyLove flies after him and gets the plasma stack to find the second kill of the game. Early game Kaisa, no problem for Top Esports.
Kind of a go from their scenario as, like, yes, Rumble could have a lot of strength this fight, but he didn't go for the mask, was able to get that one early. I feel like if you want the fight, you go mask, whereas if you want to play for the lane,
Beitron has that knockup. He's going to flash right on JackeyLove. The stuns layer beautifully. 2 big flashes committed, but JackeyLove is finally cut down. Beitron.
Start this? What are we doing?
No, this is their only defense. They have to try and tickle it and delay it.
Yeah, but Sion's
then
moving. Bin's never going to be here. They're going to see Sion cross through mid now. This is a hard ask, I think. And now BLG, they could have taken this a lot earlier. They should have backed off a lot sooner than this.
I think that's fine. Like, the only defense you have there, they're never going to play it. You're tickling it, try and delay the timer, and buy bin time. I think that where Top played it, like, that's fine. I'm not surprised they tickled it. They were never really trying to start it for real. They just took one. I think they backed off on time. It's okay. They at least got the kill. They can get back. I don't think it's dire. So, yeah.
One of the things that has inspired confidence about BLG, and mostly about the Grubs, the sieging threat that Cream brings with this Azir, and the global threat of a Pantheon. I want to see them prioritize some of these turrets, opening more of the map up so that Kanavi can play the map from a more global standpoint and threaten these side lanes like you're talking about, make sure Knight isn't left alone.
Take your objective that you finally are able to grab for yourself, and BLG finally find an avenue here in this game 1.
Now they can threaten with that ultimate advantage. I think the fact you don't have Emperor's Divide, no Grand Starfall, it takes a lot of the oomph out of that TES comp. So the Rift Herald will be grabbed here, and now that was all TES.
This has been some good restraint shown by BLG. I do think that there was a miss on that top play from Top Esports, but honestly, a decent lesson for folks from home in terms of the timings that you take fights. Because those plays, I mean, one worked out, one didn't, but the big tools were used, and that's more important for the objective setup.
Elk gonna get caught on a mid-wave. This is a Freaky Friday reverse from the upper bracket. JackeyLove routinely punished last time.
It's gonna be the second Dragon going over to Top Esports. I can't imagine BLG are gonna be looking for a response. More likely than not, just either maybe they look to squeeze onto Cream and get him away from this wave so that Knight can get closer to a second item.
Ocean Soul going to hit the Rift here for game number 1. TP going to come down to this bot side with Knight already nearby. It's just going to be On, but him showing on this top side, definitely big here if Hong can get access to that unsealed spellbook to play towards that Otacon on the top side. That just means so much in pro play. Everyone talks about the Baron, Elder Dragon, but in the LPL, Otacon is where tons of games have been won and lost.
Kind of nice for On to have an Ocean Rift there as he TP'd in and lost half his health to Cream. On the punch, BLG might look to play quickly. They're going to contest this.
Kanavi can engage first. Defensive Cyclone. They're going to land the Solar Flare, but the knockups are coming through with Beitron, and Kanavi cannot hold the shield up any longer. Unstoppable Onslaught going to come over the wall, but JackeyLove dashing after Elk, flashes away from another stun, but he doesn't have enough damage at this point in the game. Too early for the heroics from JackeyLove. TP back in, and now BLG are caught in a very weird spot. Knockups are going to start to layer onto Bim, but they re-engage onto Cream, but without a Cyclone, Beitron's just going in, trying to pump out the damage. Eats another big decimating smash, and BLG have to let TES walk out of this bot lane.
They're buying time. Elk's going to take a brick mid, but I don't agree with that fight from Top Esports at all versus BLG.
Whoa, hello.
If you can pick up a significant amount, it's worth it, and BLG at least going to start it, which will be spotted by JackeyLove. Cream going to drop the turret, but doesn't know that Knight is waiting for him.
Kanavi's not here.
Yeah, BLG don't have to worry about Kanavi, but the resistances being cut down on BLG are going to be a main factor. Kanavi showing up late. Below 5 KHP is the Otacon. All gonna try and hold the front line, but they don't want to 50-50 it with Kanavi, and everyone, like they're at an awkward middle school dance, just standing around waiting for someone to start the action. It's Hog that's going for the engage. Kanavi tries to flash in and steal it, but it's Beijwan that secures the Otacon. 369 on the back line, can't get to Elk. He transcends and starts dumping damage into the TES tank. BLG get a kill and an Otacon back as they climb back into this game 1.
Oh, the Q smite from Beijwan connected. I don't think Kanavi got his smite off successfully, and that Rumble ult, look at Cream getting stuck between the Between Worlds and the Equalizer. He couldn't get into auto attack as Knight just dropped a beautiful ultimate that bought his team the space needed. BLG are giving, that's significant because Top's gonna fight on good conditions now for the rest of the game with Ocean Soul. BLG is gonna try and rip this, but Cream can do a lot of damage in defense.
Are we just giving a Baron for Soul? All right, sure.
All right, but look at that. I mean,
get it.
Yeah, Cream's
they
there
can't
for defense.
Yeah,
well managed by Top. Really well managed by Top.
The threat of those Sand Soldiers was massive.
Pull was just, it felt completely flat. There was no attempt.
Oh, Cyclone. Jackie Love gets back out. Hongu doing a good job protecting him. Here comes the Grand Solver from Kanavi, looking to re-engage on a Beijwan. Kanavi looks for the flash execute, but doesn't get it. Goes through with the W. Unstoppable Onslaught. Does 369 want to go under the turret? No, that tier 1 turret getting a ton of value for BLG as they look to return with the Equalizer, but they can't connect onto any of those low HP members.
Damn, I mean, we talked about it before. The Baron setup wasn't great. They lost access to the Redemption, and then On is just getting absolutely obliterated by all of these Void Seekers coming in from Jackie Love. So now, Top Esports are not going to only win a fight, they're going to get the Dragon and steal the Baron away from their opponents. BLG, this game has been back and forth. And remember, they're the team that got 3 grubs, so they can just muscle their way through this bottom side and force BLG away.
Looking to flex at the red buff as here comes 369 to get the knockup onto Bin. Between Worlds comes across. Can Knight find an angle in though? Kanavi's trapped on the back of the red buff pit, but all TS are fine. And Cream can push the Sand Soldiers back forward. Bin's far too low. Stasis doesn't matter. He'll fall as Jackie Love gets back on the board. And TS send all caution to the wind, flying under the turrets knowing they are much stronger, much more powerful, looking for the game 1 win. And those 4 kills might just seal it.
I think one of the biggest difference makers when you play a front to back, having Azir as a carry. We talked about the 3 threats versus 2. I know Top Esports is up now, but Cream pumped out so much damage in that fight. Really helped open up that angle for Jackie Love to find in the back half because the front line was shredded by that Azir. And man, I think that the big mistake for BLG looking back, we talked about the draft, we didn't love it. Letting that Azir through, not first picking that, taking Yunara instead. I gotta question that one else, because we've seen Azir just run playoffs.
That's just game 1.
Yeah, I mean, the death timers are long enough. TES feels strong enough. Grubs, everything in their hands. TES, a team that was marred by throwing mid-games against BLG to lose the upper bracket, polish off their mid-game, and take game 1 of our grand finals.
Wow, I mean, the gold graph after this is going to be so close. Like, it felt like, for the most part, no team really got out to a massive, massive lead early.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.